Oh my gosh, Jim Lampley and HBO, my gosh, they are in panic mode. Such panic mode. They want to blame Mayweather and McGregor for ruining Andre Ward Kovalev. Really? How's that? That fight's in August. This fight just happened this weekend. It's not their fault. You guys didn't promote the fight the way it went, and you knew where the ticket sales were. You knew you guys tried to wait to the NBA playoffs and all that stuff was over with to try to promote this pay-per-view fight. And now that the finals is over, here you come with a pay-per-view. I mean, people just spent their money going out to see the games in Oakland, which is very close to Las Vegas. So a lot of people spent their money on the NBA finals. A lot of them weren't going to come out to support another Oakland fighter. And that's just what it was. They were like, look, I would love to go out. I'll order it on pay-per-view, but I'm not going to go to the fight because we were just in the NBA finals and I went to the finals. So a majority of the people that would be rooting for Andre or with boxing pay-per-view fight, they were treated to a stay home event. Bills got to be paid. Things are coming through the mail. They want to make sure they got all their ducks in a row, everything happening the way they're supposed to be. Now, the major problem HBO have is that they got two events that's going to coincide with one another. And Jim Lampley seems to want to believe that this was strategically done to take away from Canelo, Golovkin, and this pay-per-view here. But he seems to forget that the Miguel Cotto fight against Kamagai is on the same night. But see, they're not worried about that because that's going to be on free HBO. That fight's already paid for. But it's not going to take away from that fight, of course. Yes, it is. But he never mentions that. But he's saying it was done strategically just to do this. No, it was not. It had to be done in September. Canelo Golovkin came along and ended up taking that date. Now that they've lost the date that they were going to have for Mayweather and McGregor, they went ahead and said they got to have the fight in either September and August. Lampley's like, why you couldn't have it in November? Here's why they couldn't have it in November, Jim Lampley. If you have it in November, Conor McGregor can't come back and fight in the UFC in December, which he is contractually going to do. See, you have to understand what's really going on here, Jim Lampley, so that you would understand the process of why they separated this and had to get it done quickly as possible. That's why they had to start moving things along fast, because they wasted so much time on this contract negotiations. They should have had this done in the end of May. But Conor had things to do with his child being born and, being there with his wife for the first couple of weeks before he can, get everything set up and go into back end pay-per-view money and things of that nature. So that's where we are right now. Nobody's thinking about that Triple G Canelo pay-per-view. I mean, what pay-per-view has Triple G been on that has grossed anything? I mean, how many pay-per-views has this guy just been on? What was his last pay-per-view numbers? You think anybody's worried about that? They're gonna make more money off the front row than Gennady Golovkin's made, period. And that's because people want to know. And that sells a fight better than anything. Now, I'm not saying that's not a great fight. Canelo and Triple G. That fight, yeah, it should have been made, but Danny Jacobs beat Triple G. So What are we really talking about now?